Hello everybody, my name is Gavglow.
And that's me, Anubis.
And today we're going to be playing the new game, Resident Evil Village. So, I have played most of the Resident Evils, and I'm excited to get this one because it finally got the pre-ordered version, so let's start the game. Alright, so new game, we're going to do standard. Village of Shadows. Oh, spooky.
Long ago, a young woman
the
helped her mother
graphics.
to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes
Okay.
empty. Yet
I like the
determined
animation on this. It looks like an old
free
cartoon
from
by
mother's grasp and vanished
a certain
into
creator. I
trees.
can't think of the name.
Mother's worried cries faded.
Caroline, that's what it reminds me of.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, it does kind of remind you of Caroline.
Feeling strange eyes upon her, the girl recalled mother's stare time.
turn it to the left up a little
Her
bit.
throat became bone dry. Then the Pat Lord appeared. He greeted her warmly and bit his own leg.
Okay, let me do this.
Quench your thirst, he said. So she drank the thick, dark blood and smiled with joy. Passing through the graveyard, menacing storms
There we go.
loomed, and the air turned bitingly cold.
Amazing
The girl was
storms, so
shivering a
white
bit
they
in
come
clothes.
shivering in
Then
our thin
a dark weaver
clothes.
appeared, and with a clip of his fingers crafted mist
What the
into
hell
a
is this?
beautiful dress.
I thought this was Resident Evil, not some kind of cartoon shit.
So she clothed herself and smiled with joy.
What the deuce?
Across waters deep and ominous she went, hoping a boat she found would carry her home. But
probably
Hunger's
like
grip
some
tightened
dream.
and her heart grew heavy.
No, this is like a story. Dizzy!
An
The
awful
fish
hunger
tree.
has many fins. Come, child, eat your fill. So the girl ate and smiled with joy.
It seems like a little girl's adventure.
Continuing
Like through the Motherlands or some
entered
shit.
the forest dark heart. Then an iron steed appeared, bearing a beautiful golden gear. The creature said nothing as the girl approached and snatched what she thought was another gift. The horse grew angry and summoned the other monsters. Terror filled the girl's heart as the wild wind rose around the beast. Suddenly, a witch appeared, dark yet regal.
Rawr.
Gifts we gave, but more you took, she smiled. So more until this took.
Oh, it's a baby. It's a cute little baby. Oh crap, I can move. Oh. Why am I this low? Jesus.
She's asleep.
Because you're probably crouched down. Think about it.
Well, I'm on...
Think about it!
Oh yeah, I am.
Woman at the store said it was traditional.
A traditional local tale.
Besides, hers doesn't seem to be.
Oh, that's a cute name for a baby.
She doesn't understand.
Cliche, but it's nice.
We moved here so that she wouldn't have to deal with anything.
I feel like they're gonna die.
There's nothing wrong with my memory.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Being paranoid.
It's not. Never mind. I'm sorry. But I'm not paranoid. I'm just cautious.
Penny, go cautiously.
Okay. I'll take my baby, go to... You know what the...
You can come back downstairs and she's gonna be dead.
You know what I'm thinking of? Like, do you remember the movie, like the guy with the long blonde hair and he, like, kidnapped the baby?
No. Okay, first mission, take baby to bed.
Okay.
Mother doesn't.
We gotta go and... we gotta do a Black Ops.
Black Ops missions with Stubber 2. Mission failed. We'll never come again.
Oh, God.
Nothing. I'll put her down.
Finally, I can walk. Oh, this is a nice ass house. I want to explore it. Baby, you're coming with me. We're gonna have this fun ass time. Yeah.
It's a closet pantry.
Mia makes everything by hand, so this stuff keeps piling up.
Oh, so she makes it by hand?
Bangs baby's head on everything.
Oh, that's awesome. What's his half birthday?
Her birthday will be here.
Oh, that's her 6 months.
Rose's food. February 6th, rice cereal, banana puree. 7th, sweet potato puree, boiled spinach and cream. Ethan, don't give her any sugar or honey, and no mushrooms.
You don't want the baby be tripping.
It's okay.
No shrooms for you.
Oh, too bad you won't get shrooms. Daddy's just gonna share with you. This is a nice ass house, though.
Oh my god, dude.
Like, I know I'm exploring and shit, but dude, this is a nice ass. Oh, there's another picture of the baby. She's going to grow beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Oh, there's a
Once
bed
things
couch.
warm up, we can go for a walk.
Anything in the drawers? No. I feel like this is like the classic Resident Evil 7 where you just looked for shit. It's okay, Pepe.
You're there. It's like I said to you.
It's okay. We're doing a Black Ops. That book's too scary for you. Yeah, no shit, the book's too scary. Okay, what's this?
Your mom
Turn.
loved this song so much.
Oh, it's like a wedding song. Oh, that's... Oh, look, the baby's smiling. The baby looks so happy. What's in here?
I feel like you're gonna put the baby downstairs and, well, not downstairs, in the bed, and fucking zombies are just gonna bust through.
Damn it, who's doing drugs again?
Oh, your baby's sick.
Boom. Okay, let's go take a shower, baby. Just kidding. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I hit the corner. The baby's dead. That's fucked up. Ooh, so nice.
What's up there? Look up. No, kind of right there.
Yeah, I haven't keep this around.
Oh my god, that's a cool ass reference. So that was from the Resident Evil 7 games where you had to find them. I didn't find all of them, but I remember those. I hated those because they were so damn small you couldn't find them. And with Jack running around and shit, it was almost impossible. Jesus, our room's a mess. Huh. Curtain closes on the Dolby gas incident. The committee... Oh my god, can you read this? I cannot read right
Oh
now.
my god. Curtain closes on the Dolby gas incident. The committee completed their investigation on the 18th into the Dolby toxic gas leak in Louisiana 2017. They concluded the deaths were caused by a leak of natural gas that had built up in the Murdoch under the area. Jack Baker, 57, and his family were exposed to the gas, perished. Ethan Winters and his wife were also believed to have been nearby, but their current whereabouts are unknown. The entire area has been closed off by officials who are believed it will be 10 years before the area is habitable again. That's some fucking toxic ass natural gas then.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, 10 years?
Well, yeah, you haven't played this up. So
I
I'm gonna say
haven't
this
played.
now.
On the Resident.
He's not played a single Resident Evil.
I have not.
So, and I'm the only one that actually has, so he has no idea what's going on. Basically, there was an infection with Ellie and shit, and yeah, that's why.
So you guys are probably wondering why the fuck am I here? It's spoiling all the games for me, but to be quite frank, I don't give a shit.
Well, actually, it's not really spoiling any games besides from Resident Evil 7. Huh, okay, why do we have books like that?
If you want to be acknowledged.
Basically speaking, I'm not doing... There's a recap that we can look at for you. But I've already kind of know what happened. It's been a long-ass time since I played.
Go left.
Yeah, no.
Almost
They-
there,
they-
honey.
Almost there. Doink! Oh, fuck. Why do we have a picture of a little girl with a balloon? And why? That's just kind of stupid. Okay, time for the baby. I don't like this room. Why? It made me feel like... Oh, the monkey.
Hi there, little Rose.
Oh, that's adorable. This is why I kind of want to be a dad in a way, but
But not.
yeah, because...
Put the baby to bed first.
Oh, hold on. Rosemary Winters. Height, 62.3 centimeters, 24.53 inches. How many... So... Oh. So she'd be like 2 feet. Yeah, that'd be correct. 14 pounds, not bad. Screenings, hearing, vision, touch, reflex tests. All results show no issues. Patient is in good health. Other notes, results for additional fungal pathogen tests will be provided by BSAA. Applefield Memorial Hospital. Finally. Oh my god. February 6th, 2021. Me and I had another fight. I accidentally mentioned what happened 3 years ago, and she blew up at me. We finally settled down in our new life in Europe and can bring Rose up properly. But I still feel like a part of me is trapped in that hellhole back in Louisiana. I know media doesn't like to talk about it, but can we really just forget everything and pretend that it didn't happen? Shouldn't we face it, what happened there, so we can live our lives with Rose without it hanging over our heads? We overheard that much at least. I know Mia knows this too. She wouldn't have exploded like that at the hospital if she didn't care.
Rose is fine.
Damn.
Pictures.
Memories.
Actually, hold on. No, I want to go the other way.
Well, then use the other one.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Because I'm wondering what the first page was, because I remember the yacht. That was where we learned she went missing and shit. And my face is still covered. Oh my god, why? Do we ever get a face reveal of Ethan? Because, like, that's all I want to know.
I wish it could stay like this forever.
That's adorable. I actually love those pictures. Alright, is there anything else in here that we need to look at? I know I keep bonking my baby's head on everything, but... The heavy firearms ready for field combat station. Not they really have to get you. Oh, okay. Is there anything else in here? Okay, I don't think so. Okay, time to put the baby to bed.
Can you keep him out of the way?
I can't...
She's scared. She's angry.
Dude, that's not the bed.
I know. Well, this is my bed.
You put baby in her own bed, though.
Okay, baby, going to bed. There you go, baby.
There you go, sweetheart. Don't you worry. I'll be right downstairs.
What's happening to baby?
Weird fairy tale
Baby
monsters
monitor.
picture. Time for bed.
Okay, I'm coming, honey. Wait for me. I'm coming for the fun. Mia,
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I am here for fun time. I know you're in kitchen. You cannot hide from me no more.
Is she okay?
Sleeping like a bed.
Like a, well.
That's my
But don't push.
Oh, hands off, mister. It's churba de lagoon. It's a local recipe.
Ah, we've gone full native, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Local wine, too. But if you're gonna keep sulking all evening, maybe you shouldn't have any. You really have to stop worrying.
No, I gotta worry about everything. Like, I gotta worry about Alex, I gotta get worried about my work, I gotta worry about shit.
Military
I
training
gotta worry
all
about
happens
everything.
fast, you know?
Well, at least we're all together. You, me, Rose.
I'm sorry I don't talk much. I like to focus on the game.
I get that,
Seriously,
like...
I think we can just forget about what happened in Louisiana.
Are we going back to the comfort...
Oh god, it's gonna be another argument.
I don't understand why you are so...
Hello?
Mia.
Baby?
Get down!
Oh, no!
Fuck, she just got waded into.
Oh! Oh!
Damn, yeah, she's dead.
Are you...
She gone.
Are you fucking...
She's fucking gone,
Yeah,
dude.
no shit! Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know what I had to go through in Resident Evil 7 to get her?
Chris?
Oh, hi, Chris.
What the hell? Sorry. No!
Jesus!
Why?
Baby? Baby?
The baby got left behind.
Won't move!
What the hell is going on?
Rose? What the hell are you doing with my daughter? Package secure, sir.
Take him away.
I said get your hands off her!
Ethan, no.
Ow! I just love how he just said, Ethan. No.
I think this one you have to get the fucking baby back. Shevin got me at this one. It's the baby now.
This reminds me of the movie like where the guy has blonde spiky hair.
I don't know.
You don't know that? Oh, yeah.
I don't know that game. Like I said,
It's not a game. It's a movie.
Well, close.
It's like the power of the voodoo. Hoodoo. You do.
No.
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 Really?
No.
I can't think of the name. Leviathan? No. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, Doc. No problem. We'll be there.
That was a quick call.
She'll see us next week. Think positively, Roman. We talked about this.
I know. How can we talk?
But honestly, why the fuck would she just stand there? Like, oh, I fucking got shot in the shoulder. I'm just gonna stand here and look at it and fucking get laid into.
Like multiple times. It's like,
Like
Jesus.
fucking like, she's just like, get down. No, I'm gonna fucking stay here and just
Like,
fucking hit the table, get back up, and go.
There's something
And then
you're not
fucking
telling
hit the ground, look up, and get fucking pistol whipped.
I have to take this.
yeah, seriously, she just got laid into. She's like,
God. Dummy.
my little angel. The baby's adorable, though. I'm not gonna lie. I love the baby. The baby's so cute.
The baby's immune to something.
No, well, maybe. Like, why would else they kidnap her?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're kidnapping your child because we have no fucking reason to do it. Why am I outside?
Because they dragged you outside, dummy.
Well,
Jesus Christ, you don't pay attention, do you?
Well, I did, but like you expect me like to be in a car or something, not outside. What the fuck?
Oh, they're dead? What the hell? Who killed them?
About damn time. What's your status? The package safe.
What are you talking about? Where's Chris Redfield? And Rose?
Who is this? This is a secure channel. You are not authorized to walk
Phone it. Oh.
Oh, they were trying to execute him, but he
No.
fought back or something.
No. This is something else. I feel like this was a car crash of some sort.
Yes.
Okay, what's in here? Oh, I can't get in there.
Fucked up.
Didn't look like any bloated ahead, maybe?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Mission objectives: eliminate target, recover body, secure Rosemary Winters and Ethan Winters. Move to the two Winters to Site C for further investigation. At least 2 transport officers to accompany them.
Where's the other vehicle, though?
It said 2 transfer. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, so we crashed. So let's try going back. Because there might be something back here, maybe. Never mind. This is a blocked off way, which makes no sense at all. I don't think they were expecting you to look back. Oh, we crashed down. That's why. Wait, do I got my feet? I don't see my feet. That's bullshit.
You fucking slid, dude.
It's taking so long. It's such a steep hill.
Wait. That's not tire tracks. You fucking flew off a cliff. Those are footprints.
Oh, this might have been Chris.
It looks like he's dragging something.
Yeah. Follow out the trail. Like, I was just thinking of Dora the Explorer. Jesus, it is so hard to goddamn see. Oh my god. Okay, where'd it go? Okay, crouch. Ow. Owie!
Oh shit. You bleeding.
Okay. Can I sprint, please? Where the hell am I going? Like, Jesus, this is like...
Holy shit, look down.
Whoa, what the hell is that? Oh my... Oh, those are... Oh, no, not a... Damn it.
What?
This is Resident Evil. Last time it was deer.
It's,
Oh, that buddy dead. That buddy.
I don't understand.
It's Resident Evil. Whoa, what the?
Oh, they're
Why is
just
there
singing.
so many birds? God, no. Oh, God. Oh, they jumped down again. Who doesn't remember that? I feel like we'll see an odd person walking around in Wonderland. Winter Wonderland.
Yep.
I freaking called it. Why did I call it? They're pulling a Resident Evil 7 shit again. Which is nothing wrong, but like...
Oh, it's the house. It's a house. It's a house.
Of course it's a... No, this is the basement. Hello? Hello, hello. I'm coming in without knocking. So, don't shoot me.
No weapon? Dang.
This just kind of reminds me of like camping and shit.
Open. Gun.
Gun?
No,
Oh.
rope.
Okay, time to hang myself.
Wait, what's that? Red on the ground.
Oh. Think.
There's red on the ground. Red on the ground to your right. There's something flashed red, right? No,
That-
that's a chair. Never mind, I thought it flashed
That's
red.
a nice chair. Good eye, Alex. You found the
It
nice...
flashed red because you looked at it for half a fucking second because you're jerking around so much. So I thought it fucking flashed red.
Sorry, I'm not trying to jerk around a lot. I'm just trying to see shit. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. That's a little better. I can see a lot better. Hey. Who made that noise?
That's it.
What's in the closet?
Buddy.
Boo.
Damn.
Oh god, his clothes, the scariest thing ever. Okay, let's see. We got some cups. Do you want some
Flower.
half whole flour? Do you want that for your cereal, or do you want?
No, I want to go look around and see what the fuck we're supposed to do.
Well, hold on. We can look.
Blood on floor right in front of Crawl. That's it.
Oh, there is blood on the floor. Huh. The blood looks actually a lot better than last time.
Oh god.
Oh, basements. I remember this.
Oh, there's deer and fox and an owl
And a picture.
and a scary woman.
I wonder how, like, I have a flashlight. Oh, yeah, that's right, I picked it up. That's right. I'm getting done. Why is there garlic? Why is there so much garlic? Is that a turd? No, that's a brush. What's this?
Oh, that's not scary at all.
No, not at all. Let's see. Zoom in, zoom out. Adjust position. Okay, they actually gave you all, they gave, oh
You
god!
fucked up.
Oh, I'm sorry, the boards collapsed. What the hell is that?
Propane.
It's
Like a gas stove.
oh, okay.
Oh god. Closet. He's in the closet. Body. Zombie. The
Oh, it's
fuck?
a rat!
Where did it go, though? Where'd Body go? Body? Where'd you go? Bucket. It's in bucket.
Bucket?
It's in the bucket.
What bucket? Oh, that bucket?
It's in there. It's a head.
Are you sure it wasn't just a rat?
Fuck.
Oh, spooky.
You
Time
dead
to
now.
go
You
ups-
dead now, boy.
Now it's time to go upstairs and find whatever's up there.
You dead now, boy. You dead.
We're not dead
You
yet.
dead.
We're not dead. We'll
You
be
fucking hella dead.
A-okay.
You hella dead, man.
Hey! Who's trashing my goddamn house?
It's not your house. You just found it. You're good.
Jump scare, probably. Uh-oh.
You cut your hand again? What the fuck?
No,
How?
I think that's the blood on the floor. What the hell came through?
Who did all this?
I don't know. Some little turd did it. Jesus. They did not like this house, did they? Close that. Alright, so I can go back. Oh, I can sprint now, finally. There we go.
You just tore through that house, dude.
I can climb over shit?
Wow.
Oh my gosh, like that is the one thing I'm happy about because you couldn't jump before. Now you can climb over shit. Can't stop climbing. Yeah! I have power!
Your power's invested in me. Oh, you're just saved. It's auto-saved.
Oh, Castlevania!
Oh, God.
Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, God. No.
What?
It's auto-saved. That means shit's about to go down, or...
Yep. And we're about to deal with that shit. I have feet! Yes!
Dude, twigs. So many twigs in the fucking face, man.
The most things I'm
It
happy.
was at this moment you realize you fucked up.
Yup. We might have to be stealthy on this one. Stealthy. Very stealthy.
Dead cows.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's a horse. It's fucked up.
This
And it's
looks
fresh. It's steaming.
But it looks like it's been dead for weeks.
It's infected.
Stealth Tam. We're not going
Eggs.
through that door. We're smarter than that. No, we're not. We're going through that door.
And picks up eggs and throws them.
Surprise! I'm home.
Maybe they're out.
An easy to pick lock. Ooh!
Fuck.
At least the food doesn't look as bad as last time. Because last time there was cockroaches.
Good God, it looked like they fucking ate the couch.
Jesus.
Is that a person in the bed? Behind you?
Blood? That's-
Behind you? Person in the bed?
No, I think that's
Blanket's
just...
just thrown over. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody got a little nasty over here. Oh, same,
Same
picture.
picture.
It's nice. We always love the same pictures. Alright, so that means we gotta go through this door, right? No pics over here. Because we need to find out who's been doing drugs.
Nice horse tranquilizers.
There. Okay, hold up. Okay, we're back. Howdy. What are you doing? Okay, we're gonna fuck. We're gonna fuck with some zombies. Yeah. Zombies in your fucking game. I don't think there is zombies in this one. I think there's just vampires and werewolves and shit.
There could be zombies from what I saw in the case.
Oh, cool, we got a map. I didn't know we had a map. Oh, okay, so we're back, and I just found out we have shit. Alright, so let's go to the diary. Diary, February 9th, dawn, some forest. It should have been a night like any other, but then Chris Redfield came in and destroyed our family. He took Rose away, shot Mia right in front of me. I was knocked down, and now I'm in some forest in the middle of nowhere. What the hell is going on? Mission briefing. Mission objective. Wait, should we do it like the Call of Duty voice?
I can't do that shit.
Mission objective. Eliminate targets. Recover body. Secure Rosemary Winters and Nathan Winters.
That's Price, not Call of Duty.
Shit. I'm still doing it. Move to the 2 Winters to Site C for further investigation. Oh, we already read that. New, the journal. Read the diary of events and information you gather throughout the story. Turn the pages. Oh, I can turn the pages? Oh, okay, cool. Alright, so we're gonna look for our lockpick. There's a well. Holy shit. Oh, I remember this. We have to find the cranky yank.
The lever?
Yeah, it's the cranky yank. Where's my cranky yank? Okay, there is no cranky yank. Okay, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to look at other houses. Do not enter.
Body?
What the hell is... What the hell is that?
Like the remains of a human body.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. So let's take a look around. And, yeah. Okay, how long is it? Okay, so we just gotta cut out basically 5 minutes of it. Maybe 4 at max. which is fine. We can do that.
Body?
Okay.
No body.
No body. Well, we're actually wanting a body. I feel like Rick Toffin. Oh, we need a body. Okay.
Oh shit.
What's it? It's the Mankey. Hello, Mankey. Why are you here, Mankey? That is weird.
It's
What?
hinting.
That she was here?
It's hinting at something. I don't know what it's hinting at, but it's hinting at something.
Well, I feel like it means like she was here. Because the Mankey... Did she have the monkey when she was kidnapped?
No. Oh, what's fucking hanging?
Huh? What? Oh. This is a Satanist cult.
What happened?
Yeah, we're trying to find shit and... Oh.
Look at this thing.
Graveyard, ceremony site, workshop. There's a lot of people. Yeah. What's in here? I don't know. Bananas. Bananas and pajamas. Oh, great. This shit again. I love this crap. Don't you?
Sure.
Hello, Daddy's home. Where are you? Oh, finally, a weapon. Jesus. Oh, wait. That's a weapon.
Yeah. Some shit's about to go down.
Okay. Be ready. Oh, great. Jump scare.
No, no.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Who are you? Who sent you? Nobody. There was an accident down the road and... What's going on?
You shot your shotgun.
Oh,
He's gonna be...
They're coming. Who is? What the hell was that? You have a gun? What? Please tell me you have a gun. No, why would I?
Oh, thank you.
Take it! Take it! Tell me what's out there.
What the hell is out there?
Are you listening? Hey!
Oh, no! Run! Oh.
Drop the rifle, please?
Oh.
Not your blood, please. That's not helpful at all.
Oh. But what the hell is that?
I don't know.
You just got dragged to the floor. Is that the old man?
That is.
Dead body?
No, that's not the old man. That's somebody else. Oh.
There's more.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, dude. Lordy. Lordy, Lord.
His face is gonna be ripped off. No, that's him.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Lordy, Lordy, Lord.
What the hell is wrong with this place?
I don't know what's wrong with this place. Jesus. Oh. New
Where's
body.
body? Where'd he come from? Look up.
I see what I'm seeing.
Oh,
What the fuck? Bad doggy! Bad! You just
Bite
ripped
you.
off my goddamn fingers! Do I got any more of that goop juice? I need more goop juice.
What was that?
Bad doggy! Doggy! Bad doggy! Bad! 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 Well, you think you can go away, little bitch? You think you can go away? Oh shit. He's got me in the fucking corner. Move! You dumb. Damn. How many shots to the face can you take? Oh, shit. Gotta reload. Gotta reload. Shit. Ah! Back off. Jesus. Die, you dumb.
Again, just double tap him.
What the hell?
I did. We got goop juice! Okay, we need one herb. Which...
It's right there.
Yep. So you know what that means?
You get your fingers back.
We can make goop juice.
Hand comes back.
I'm still like kind of missing my hand a little bit.
Yeah.
I was hoping.
Where'd the
for-
body go?
It's right there.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not going back in there because like I wanted some ammo, but we're going back in. Because the old guy might have dropped his shotty.
Both cutters. Oh,
Ooh.
there's. That's his wife.
Yeah.
But where the fuck did you get thrown out of from? Was it the ceiling or some shit like that?
I don't know. Like he went. I went through the floor. The guy went through the fucking ceiling. Okay, there's nothing over here.
No.
Okay, so let us see. We need to edit out. And let's cut this open. Oh, cutters! Chop, chop. Can they actually break through chain that easily?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Huh.
It's all the leverage and shit like that that it gives you.
That's hinting towards something, but I don't know what. I wonder what it could be. Probably another werewolf trying to bite my damn hand off again. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go
Foot.
foot. Is that my foot?
You only have 4 rounds left, so I just swap to your knife.
Oh, so we do gotta go through the house. That's bullshit.
Swap to your knife.
Okay. We got our knife. That's not
It's a knife.
I'm home. Hello, howdy doody. You gonna come out and play? Oh,
Okay, now
so we got more lead.
Silver wolf.
So we're gonna load our gun a little bit.
Oh shit! It's
Oh.
something. Something's up there.
Yep. We got a knife to deal with it. Whoa! More. Whoa! Whoa! Bad doggy! Okay. We gotta get out. We gotta get out. We gotta go. We gotta go. Oh, is that the old man?
I don't know. But he did.
Question is, where's the doggy?
Just go.
Yeah, you just go downstairs and just run. Whoa! No, 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 you're not. You little shit. Try getting through it now, bitch.
Oh.
Hey, stay down.
Down, Suka.
I have vodka for you. Hey, no, 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 back off, you little shit. Oh, doggy came in. Guess what, friend? I got bullets for you, you little shit. Oh shit! No, no, no! I forgot the gun! I forgot the gun! Ow! Knife ready! Knife ready! Bitch! Stop pointing my damn hand! Okay, you know what? You get lead to the face. I got more for lead for you. Oh! Okay, we got
Shoot for the eye.
Okay, we need hold up. We need a. How do I? Okay, there we go. That's how I actually. Where's my goop juice? I know I had goop juice. Where's my goop juice?
You already used it.
Oh, there we go. I got more goop juice. Jesus. Now I'm just missing a part of my hand. Last time. Wait, this was the same hand I lost. Jesus, I feel bad for my left hand.
And just use it like it's nothing.
Okay.
Survivors?
So if I'm thinking correct... Ooh. I know exactly what to do. I remembered. Okay, so now we can go to the back. That's nice. Don't know why I need to unlock it, but okay.
Work our way out.
Does this look safe? Yes, it does. Look, give me a shotgun.
Shotgun ammunition. More shotgun. Oh, gunpowder.
Damn it.
Full of flour.
Okay, sure. Hold on. Hey, bitches. You're never gonna catch me.
You gotta shoot the flour bags again.
Yeah, good. Now we're gonna run up here. Is there any more? Oh, ooh, box. I don't care about the wolf. Box. Oh god. Ah.
Should care about the wolf now.
Oh, what the hell? Ah.
Oh, you just fucking trapped yourself, you dummy.
I got more herbs.
There's no end to them.
Yeah, there's no shit. I need the box though. Okay, we're gonna go up. Let's hear fire. Is that one shooting arrows?
Yes.
Oh shit! Whoa, what the frickle dick? Okay, can we talk about this?
You don't want to talk about nothing. Oh, he has a fucking machete, dude.
Okay, get around. Dodging sword, dodging leave. There we go, got him in the head. Give me that rest of your scrappy little shit.
Oh, what the fuck?
Whoa, oh, snaky. Okay, you know, you could have put a shotgun to the face, fucker.
Keep in mind they only have 2 rounds. Or that, well, 1 round now.
Let's see if we can get this fucking fall off. Oh, now there's 2. Okay, go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna jump. Shabby! Screw you. You will never catch me alive. Damn it, it's locked. No, shit. I got boom. More stuff. Do you think I blocked? I'm running. Holy crap.
Why are the werewolves so smart?
I don't know. What the fuck?
No.
Nope. No. More stuff. Gunpowder. Okay. We gotta cross some shit. Alright. Can I build shotgun shells, please?
Nope. Just handgun ammunition.
Yeah, we're gonna need to make a few of those. Okay, so
Okay, now reload your gun real fast. You only have like 1.5 clips left, you know.
we can make more ammo. Yeah, this is bullshit. Yeah, this is completely another bullshit. Okay, running around. We gotta get them in a little bit of an area where I can just kind of camp and shoot them from distance. No, you don't. What the fuck is that? That is...
No, and I don't
that is
really
not
want
fair.
to.
Okay, gimme. Shit. No, okay. Let's run. No. Negatory. No, misters. Okay, you can back the Fuck. Oh, I missed again. Okay, running again. What the? Stop it! Did it just yeet me?
I think you took off your leg.
What the hell is this bullshit? Oh, that is not fair. Oh. Here comes Zeus. Oh shit. Hi, Zeus. Oh. He's upset. He ain't happy. Hey, can we talk about this? Listen, I'm a reasonable man. You're a reasonable man. We can talk about this, alright? What the? What the?
Don't think they want to talk about that. Oh, it's barbed. Oh no. Yeah, it's barbed. At least you still have your wedding ring on.
Plus I got my 3 fingers.
Yep.
When did I have bandages on me?
Don't know.
Wait.
Did she? What the hell?
Go to the doors before it close.
Nah, not like
Not liking this.
him.
Yeah.
Dum. Wait for me. Hey. Old lady.
In life and in death, we give glory.
Hello? You shouldn't be out here. It's not safe. What the hell? Hey, can you hear me?
It's you, the child's father.
Hey.
Hey, wait. You mean Rose? Is she here?
Rose! Rose, yes. She is in great danger. Since Mother Miranda brought her to the village, we have fallen into darkness.
What are you talking about? The monsters?
How long ago was it when she brought in the child? How long have I been out?
They're coming.
No. Wait. Where's Rose? Who's Mother Miranda?
The bell tolls for us all.
She shut me in! She just shut me in!
You're on the other side though.
Oh, that is bullshit!
You're on the other side of the gate though.
I know, but she just shut me in.
But you're on the other side of the gate though.
I don't care, she shut me in! When they do that, it's never a good sign. Oh, easy to pick lock. Well, if I had a lock pick, it'd be easy, wouldn't it?
Just shoot the lock. Hit the lock.
Alright, nothing over here. Alright. Okay, so the video's only one was going an hour. So I think this is where we're going to come off for episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Hit the subscribe button. And also hit the notification button to be notified when a new video comes out. And I'll see you, BEA, beautiful people, next time. Bye-bye!
Just want to say one thing.
Huh.
You're stupid.
You're a bitch.
Goodbye.